So she went in and laid down. She was tired and she really felt stressed out. Then in a few minutes, her husband came in to the kitchen. And then he didn't see her in there, so he went into the bedroom. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Did you get it all done?
Yes. I got it all done. Everything. It's sparkling clean.
Fine.
So she started to get ready for bed. It was early, but she'd rather be sleeping than be slapped or hurt.
She thought to herself, "Thank God we never had children. I wouldn't want to put them through seeing all this, or, even worse, I wouldn't want them to be hit by him. Who knows what he'd be like with them."
So, after a little while, she fell asleep. He must have went out, because when he came back, he smelled like alcohol. He had woken her up. And then she heard him getting ready for bed. He was sitting on the edge of the bed putting his shorts and top on that he always wore to bed. She leaned over and reached up and turned the radio down.
Turn it up!
Honey.
I said turn it up.
Honey.
Shut up and turn it up!
All right. She had a lot of bruises on her. She tried to just agree with him so she could spare herself from stuff. She wanted to divorce him, but some of the people in the church said not to, and some people, her mother and some other people said that she should. She started drifting off to sleep. She felt his hand. Honey, I'm really tired.
Come here. I know I've been mean to you lately, but, well, it's just because you don't listen to me.
She turned over and looked in his eyes. I do, honey. Just sometimes you scare me because you're so mean.
Well, I don't do nothing. Heck, you're just supposed to do the things that you're supposed to do.
I'm sorry, honey. I tried.
Yeah, like today when you didn't do the windows, like when you didn't do the oven.
But, honey, I was really tired and I forgot. I'm sorry, honey. She turned around to lay down.
That how you treat me? Try to talk to you.
I'm sorry, honey. She turned herself around. I'm sorry, honey. I'm really tired. I do love you. It's just that if you want me to do things, why don't you just be nice and love me?
I do love you. What are you talking?
I know that. It's just that, well, if you'd show me some affection and stuff, and you were nicer, maybe I would not do things more because I love you, not as because I'm afraid of you.
Oh, so you don't do things because you love me, you just do them because you're afraid of me.
Honey.
So, you're gonna do whatever I tell you just because you're afraid of me.
Honey, I love you. I love you. I wanna be happy. I wanna be with you. I just want us to be happy.
Honey, I'm sorry. I don't want to be mean to you. It's just that...
Honey, if you didn't drink so much...
What are you talking about? I don't drink hardly ever.
She lay there with tears in her eyes. He wiped her tears off her cheek.
Look, honey, I don't ever want to hurt you.
But you do!
Well, I'm trying to make you understand that I love you. But don't you remember when I told you about my past?
Drinking isn't going to make it better, honey. We could get counseling together or just by yourself.
That's not the answer. I gotta deal with it on my own.
Honey, please. I think it would help you. At least think about it.
I don't need some psychologist to tell me I'm screwed up in my head. I know that already.
Honey, they wouldn't tell you you're screwed up in your head. They would bring out your good qualities to you and tell you what you can do to work on the other things. And honey, the biggest thing is to stay away from drinking. Honey, you don't realize how violent you've been towards me.
She showed him the bruises. He had drank tonight, but not like he had a lot of time, so he was more receptive. After he looked at her bruises, he didn't know what to say for a few minutes.
Honey, I love you so much. I really do.
He put his arms around her.
I'm sorry for causing you all this pain. But it's like when I drink, I forget about stuff and go haywire.
That's what I mean. That's why I want you to stop. That's why I want you to not drink anymore.
Yeah, but that's my only escape.
That's why if you go to a counselor, they can help you. And I know you've had trouble with depression and anger and stuff, and if you maybe take some medicine, maybe that would help you.
I don't know. I don't want some people thinking I'm crazy.
Honey, I'm not saying you're crazy. You're a sweet, loving man underneath this exterior. And I just want to see you. I just want to see you be happy. I know you can't be happy every day the way you act, and I mean you are. I know you had a bad childhood, and I know a lot of things were happening in your life that were really bad. But, honey, you're taking it out on me. And I tried to be the best wife I could be.
Honey, I'll think about it. Okay? That's all I can tell you for now.
Oh, honey, I love you.
I love you too. Just lay down and go to sleep. I'm kind of tired.
She knew that he was thinking about what she had said and some other stuff.
I love you, honey. Good night.
Good night.
The next morning, she worked on all the things that she was supposed to work on every day, because she never knew how he would be. She longed for him to be the way he was last night, but she couldn't count on it very often. The dinner was almost ready when she heard him coming in the door, so she hurried and put the plates on the table. The tablecloth was already on it. Put the serving stuff on there too. He had just gotten in the door after she put everything on the table. She kicked her shoes off and put them by the door. She walked into the living room. He was sitting there watching television. Usually he came out to the kitchen. He seemed like he'd been keeping things to himself.
Honey, I have dinner ready, just like you wanted, and all the stuff is done.
I'm not hungry.
Well, do you want me to put it in the refrigerator?
I don't care what you do with it. I'm just not hungry.
Okay.
So she went to the table and
put everything away.
And he was still sitting there.
Honey, I put everything away.
She went to sit by him.
Honey, is there anything you want to do tonight?
No.
Well, maybe we could spend some quality time together.
He seemed rather depressed. So she thought maybe if she put some music on or something, that maybe they could spend more quality time. And she could help to pull him out of this alcohol stuff.
Honey, why don't we just...
What'd you turn it off for?
Well, I just thought maybe we could, just listen to some music and maybe we could cuddle or something. You know, just spend quality time with each other.
He just sat there.
Honey, you seem a bit depressed. Is there anything I can do to help you?
No.
Honey, I love you.
She put her hand on his knee.
Honey, I love you. Can you talk to me? Tell me what's wrong?
He turned his head away.
What's the matter?
He got up and went into the kitchen. He opened the refrigerator.
Your dinner's in there if you want it. Honey, what's wrong?
He looked at her. There were tears in his eyes.
Honey, what's wrong? Is everything okay?
He put his arms around her. They went out into the living room.
I'm so sorry for everything, honey. I'm really sorry. I went to the coffee shop, and I hadn't been in church in a while, and one of the guys came up to me, that Keith guy that's a counselor, and we talked about everything, and oh honey, I'm really sorry for all this.
She laid her head on his shoulder.
Oh honey, I'm so glad to I'm just happy.
Honey, this place is always so clean. I'm so sorry for pushing you into always doing more when you've done plenty. I love you, and I think after I see Keith a few times, because he invited me to come to his office, and maybe we can get away, go somewhere where we can get together. Oh, honey, I'm so happy. Oh, no. I'm sorry, honey. Get it out, honey. Honey. I'm so happy.
I love you so much. I always have. Always.
I love you too, honey. I promise I'm going to work really hard at not drinking. I'm going to treat you better, honey, because you deserve it. I'm surprised you didn't leave me years ago.
Oh, honey. I've been praying that this day would come. God sure did make it happen.